guys, this is Coach at you and the Furrha family. We are back at you with another Q&A. We had a lot of questions over the last couple months. We wanted to get to them. So you guys put the questions, we're here to answer them, okay? So go ahead, Rocky, start off with the first question.
All right, before we get started today, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you get notified anytime we post a video. Guys, we are coming for daily uploads for you guys. We want to push out content as much as we can, so let's get to it.
First question, sir.
Pops, what is the most embarrassing thing you've done to your family in public?
One time, Nader was a Division I football quarterback at Michigan, right? So he needed to keep his grades up. The school teacher in his math class called me at Pioneer High School in Ann Arbor. He told me that he's missing like 3 assignments. So what I did, I walked into his classroom right in the middle of the day.
Middle of the class?
Middle of the day.
Oh no.
And I knocked on the door and the teacher answered and I said, "Is Nader Furrha here? Nader Furrha here? Where's your missing assignments? Where's your missing assignments?
Mid-class.
Why are you missing assignments?" In front of the whole class.
Oh my God.
Aren't you embarrassed? I said, aren't you embarrassed for yourself?
Pop.
You made your dad come down here?
That's kind of
Pop,
harsh.
that is
Swear to God.
Kind of harsh.
Swear to God.
You should have kept that indoors, not out.
He never ever had a missing assignment after that. And he went on to Michigan.
Which of your sons are most likely to get in trouble or get locked up? Oh.
Definitely Rush. Rush would definitely be the one to get.
Always.
Why? Rush is like Curious George, guys. He's always looking. If you know Curious George is that monkey in the book, and he's always looking to do things. He can't keep him in the seat for 2 seconds. He's always looking, checking out things, looking underneath the table, just snooping around all the time. But he's not a bad kid. He's just most likely to get in trouble. He's probably the one that's most likely to get in trouble.
I agree with that.
He said he's not a bad kid, but he's most likely to get in trouble.
So say somebody in the family won the lottery and just left the family, cut everybody off. What person do you think that would be?
Pops.
I'm thinking of volunteering myself for that one. Like,
If I win the lottery, I promise you're not gonna hear from me for about 5 years.
It's definitely him.
Pops, you honestly,
I'm gone. I'm
Pops, you
done.
would ditch us for another family.
First
That's
thing
how
I'm doing
ruthless
is
you
I'm
are.
just taking a trip by myself.
Let me
Pops,
guess.
honestly, you would find a new family.
I will say, let me tell you who. 2 person came across my mind just for that.
Probably Nate.
Who?
2.
Who?
Herself.
Nader
Yup.
and Rocky.
Oh! Why? Tell them
You
why.
damn right. I'm gonna buy my house in Hawaii. I'll never see you again.
Tell them why.
Because they're both
I don't want to.
Selfish.
selfish. They're thinking for
They're both selfish. That's a good point.
Guys, if they're trying to get you a bag, it's selfish.
They're both self-centered.
Pops, I would say the same about you too.
Definitely say the same about you.
I sacrificed my whole life for you, Sammy. That's why you're wearing a sweatshirt right now.
Can you give me a hug?
No, don't get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. So annoying.
What's the secret behind family's unity? What would you say?
You know what unity is, right?
They grow up to be around the family, and it just from the young, they always were around the family. So they grow up and they stayed.
It's
around
just
the
how
family.
we grew up. It was a
Yeah.
forced unity relationship.
Yeah, you know, 8 kids in a
a
household.
big family.
You have no choice.
A lot
Yeah,
of people
no
on their
choice.
age. They always communicate with each other, so they didn't feel like they need to be out.
Kids are always our neighbors, and that's why we kept this close unity. So, like, we moved to California, and Nader and Rush moved to California with us. I don't know. Did I say something wrong?
When you first had your first kid, how many kids did you think you were gonna have? Did you really think you were gonna have 8 kids, or did that just sort of happen?
Okay, let me straighten this question out. This is a good question because people ask me, "Oh, how's my wife so young? How'd she have all these kids and she stays so young and all this good stuff?" Honestly, she looks young for her age. She really does. But I had 5 kids from my first marriage, which is Nader.
Like, that's not the question.
That's not the
It's a question
question.
like that.
Question why
in the thing.
Not a
you ever
question.
thought
There's gonna be
about
another
having
question
that
like that.
many
Not a question.
kids?
Sorry, no.
They cut. They won't let me finish.
You answered the wrong
They
question.
won't let me finish.
That's
They won't let
another
me-
question.
Just let the guy finish, okay? I told you 100 times about cutting me off.
Okay, Coach, when you first had your first kid, Nader, did you expect to have 8 kids, or did you think you were just gonna stop at 1? What was your thought process behind that whole thing?
Well, honestly, I'm a coach, right? And I love football. I played football when I was growing up, and I always thought to myself of having a football team. Honestly, the kids that I could coach. My dream is for one of them to make Division I and go to NFL. That's always been every pop's dream, really.
I think he was
And
pretty
so-
shy away of a football team.
And I wanted a daughter or a kid to make it to another level. But anyways, that's the reason why I had so many kids. I wanted somebody to come out big, and I love kids too. I had a big family when I was growing up. I had 6 in my family. 7.
I've always been saying, I would never get that many kids.
But you ended up with 8.
I ended up with 8.
So you were looking to have a big.
I wanted a big family from day one.
So Coach was looking to hit on one of his kids and he struck out on all that. That's true. He struck out on all that, guys.
We're all disappointed.
He should have just bleeped him himself.
No. Sammy, you have to breathe on my neck. Can you go stand behind Mom? Linda, come here.
No.
Seriously, you and Rocky go that side.
What is one thing that you're very proud of about this family?
I'm proud that none of you guys ended up in jail. I think we raised good
serious,
kids.
Pops?
Yeah, that's true. It could easily happen.
I would say they are proud to be good kids. None of them.
What are you proud of them for?
Like, that's
Them being good kids?
they never been in trouble. They never give us hard time. Just a normal life situation. Like, it
Exactly.
wasn't bigger than that.
They're respectful
They're
whenever they're
good
in
kids.
public. They're respectful
Yeah.
kids. So that's the main thing. Their demeanor and their character turned out to be A1.
How much food does your family go through in a week?
Well, since I pay the bill, let me answer that. She sends me a list and I go buy it. I spend, honestly, when the whole family's around for the weekends and stuff, I swear to God, I spend maybe, with eating out, do you include eating out there? We eat out twice a week. I'd say probably $1,000 a week. Yeah, with eating out and everything, yeah, it's close to $700 to $800, maybe close to $1,000 on a busy week.
It's crazy.
I know.
I never knew how much I was expensive.
Yeah, I know. Maybe you'll appreciate it one day.
Like this.
Get off me. Do not touch
I just
me.
want to give you a hug.
Give me a
touch
hug.
it.
Give me a hug.
Give your mom a hug. Linda can hug me, only one. That's right.
What is the best and worst part about filming with his family?
Oh, I'll tell you. Can I answer this? Or?
Go ahead.
Anybody can answer.
Okay.
Get a couple answers. Go ahead.
Pops, like, real talk. Pops is a little bit like on a meaner side when it comes to
He's
filming.
on edge, guys.
He's on edge for sure. Like,
Just say he's a perfectionist. That's what you should say. Go
I
ahead.
wouldn't put it that way.
I don't
would
know
put
if
it-
you've
he's a
ever
moron.
heard-
honestly, Pops thinks he's like the
I
smartest
get
one in the
angry
group.
a lot. No mistake
If
a
you
lot.
guys have ever watched Dance Moms, you know Abby Lee Miller. He's 10 times worse than him, for sure.
We live and die by a coach's move, guys.
That's
Well, I can relate to it as far as thinking this is my football team, right? And I try to coach you guys up. And I
We're
try,
not a football team.
Where are your other two daughters? I only see one. Just to get
They're
like
both married. One of them in Michigan, and the other one, she's just my neighbor.
okay, say their names.
Fifi and Hannah.
Okay, who's Fifi?
My older daughter. Don't stop me out.
Okay, Fifi, she's right. Fifi's Don't Stop Meowing. She lives here in Irvine with us. She's very close, maybe 2 minutes now. She just moved right next to us. And she bought a condo across the street from us, so that's Don't Stop Meowing. Hannah is my middle daughter, and she lives in Michigan. She got married to a guy named Hamza, and they've been in Michigan for 3 years now. And she's studying to be a nurse, by the way. She's doing a good job with that. All right, next question.
Coach, if the belt wasn't an option, what would be your go-to weapon?
I already know. I know.
I'm physically strong enough than all of them that I use my hands. And I promise you, I'm the
I
strongest
don't
one
know
in
if
the
it's
family.
smart to put in.
I am the strongest one in the family. I don't know if you've seen our last video. I did 135 bench presses, and I outdid everybody. So I'd use my hands. I don't really need a belt. Go, next question.
Next question is from our friend Miss Miller. Hey.
Woo!
And the question is, how do you guys come up with your video ideas? The process is after we eat dinner and after we drink our coffee and stuff, we sit down in the family room and we just literally just sit there and we just start spitting them out. And if Coach agrees with the video, that's when we'll do it. Nobody else has to say.
He's like the House of Representatives.
he vetoes or he signs off on the bill. You know?
Yeah.
Normally, we film them pretty much basically right before we think about them, right after we think about them. So we'll think of like 4 or 5 in a row, and then we'll just start doing them. But it's really difficult. It's not that easy to keep coming up with content. But
Way harder than.
But if we just be ourselves, I think that's the best way to handle it.
How did you manage to raise that many kids? I'm going crazy with just 2.
It was a lot of work. A lot of work. Wasn't easy. You
Go ahead,
need a
Coach.
lot of time.
So what did you do to keep them disciplined, for instance?
No.
Coach, she was never like.
Everything. All she had to go is like, "Do you want me to call your dad?" Everyone shut up from there.
Listen, when you have a big family like this, somebody has to be a disciplinarian in the house.
that out.
Whether you guys agree with it or not, I gotta be true to myself, right? So you have to be disciplinarian,
Be true
right?
to who you are.
So sometimes I used to raise my voice, sometimes I used to be nice. You know, it depends on the situation, just so they can learn.
Of all your daughters, which daughter helped out the most in the house? Which one?
None.
That's
I carried the team on my back.
That's
I carried the team on my back.
They all did the same way. They live they all like they carry like you know the way like my older the daughter she always school or she's working she never home so I didn't get that much help from her. The second one is just follow same steps. She never home. She always working. She come the time of the dinner. She eat and she's tired.
It's true.
And the third one same thing.
Same thing. Do I work?
That's true.
What's my work? Okay, Fifi was never home. She was always at school and work. Hannah was always at work. Me, I'm at home. I help you clean and I do your errands for you, driving back and forth.
Okay,
do a lot of
Okay, so including the grandchildren, how many family members do you have? So we got Coach, Mom, Sammy, Kai, Nader, Rush, Rocky, Linda,
16.
Fifi, Hannah. That's 10.
Okay, I'll do the other. There's 10 right there.
Okay.
16.
Jenna,
Sino, Ella,
Shindo,
Talia,
Ella, Talia.
Hamza, Kareem.
No, we got two.
Miriam.
Okay, that's 14 family members.
16.
Then we got two son-in-laws,
And two
Kareem and
daughters.
Hamza, and we have two daughter-in-laws, which is Miriam and Reem.
16 with them.
18.
No, it's 18.
18.
18 with them.
18.
So immediate family members is 18. I don't know if you call father, son-in-laws, and we got our cameraman, Nomi, is our long-lost child we just adopted.
Brother,
It's a 19.
He's the one
no,
that handles
familiar
all.
on Instagram.
Why did you decide to make the move from Michigan to California, Coach? What drove that purpose?
My wife didn't really care for Michigan, but I used to get depressed in Michigan a little bit. I had a little stress and depression. I don't know, I didn't like it because if you're familiar with Michigan weather, it's in the East Coast. It's not in the East Coast, but it's out east. So there's a lot of cloudy days, a lot of humid days, and summer is short, winters are long, you know, so that was just depressing for me. And I told myself one day I'm gonna move out west to California. I actually moved out here when I was younger after I got done with college. I told myself I'm always gonna move back here. I used to live What is funny? Let me answer the question. And then, there it is, guys. I hope we answered a lot of your questions. We had so many, we had to pick like 15 or 20 to answer. Thank you for 700,000, guys. That's all because we'll keep trying to entertain you, but nothing means more to us when somebody tells you thank you, you made our day. And I hopefully we're making you guys' day, guys.
Make sure you hit that like button, you comment down below. See you guys next time.
See you next time.